police before their bodies were discovered, of course, murdered. And therefore, the demonstrators here are demanding for action. They are now heading to the office of the IG, and what they want from the IG is a statement with regard to how he's going to handle the increasing, or what they say are the increasing cases of disappearances of voices that are found or thought to be critical of, the forces that be it the government or the police service. And therefore, quite a lot happening here. It has been peaceful so far from the time the protesters left the Freedom Corner at Uhuru Park, and now at Kenyatta Avenue. Quite a big number. The lawyers that had not gotten here at the protests are already here. We hear that some of them were at the Milimani Law Courts in the morning, where that case against the 3 police officers that are accused of killing the lawyer as well as the taxi driver and the client were appearing in court. Those lawyers have now joined the protests here. Conspicuously visible here are the placards with a clear message that what they're fighting against is the increasing cases of extrajudicial killings. That's what they call it, because they say that if the so-said persons that have been killed happen to have been taken by the police a few days before their bodies are discovered, then the authority that ought to answer them questions first is the police, and that's where they are heading now, to the office of the IG. Quite a big number here, the placards, the coffins, as well as the printing on the t-shirts communicating the message across. Again, quite very many lawyers here in solidarity with their colleague who was killed. The Law Society of Kenya has been categorical that whatever is happening in Nairobi today is also set to happen in other major cities. My cameraman here is also set to happen in other major cities where members of the Law Society of Kenya are again protesting against the killing of that lawyer, and they are quite agitated, so to speak, but that has not been seen, over the years. It's the first time that the lawyers are in very many years out on the streets demanding for justice over one of them, because they say if one of them is gone, then the others, the lives of the others, colleagues, or many of them that are fighting for justice for the downtrodden in the society might also be on the line. And I spoke to Yash Palgai earlier. I asked him the same question, if Kenyans and indeed members of the civil society have a reason to be worried, and his statement was that with the increasing cases of suspicious disappearances, as well as the discovery of mutilated bodies, some of them allegedly under the hands of the police, then Kenyans seriously have a reason to be worried. So the protesters are heading to the office of the IG. Earlier they made a stopover at Nyayo House, a house that is known for quite a history of torture to alleged voices of displeasure. I can see activists here, getting to agitate against the killings of the lawyers and the others. Boniface Mwangi, you're here, you're participating in the demonstrations, you're holding a can of something that's supposed to...
color that looks like blood.
Oh, okay, so why are you here to begin with?
Because of Willie, Joseph, and Joseph were killed by the police a week ago.
Why the blood?
The blood is to signify the blood that was shed by the police officers.
Now, many will ask that you've done this in the past. It's not the first time that you're on the streets protesting against the alleged killings. Does it stop anything in the future?
No, this must stop. Enough is enough. I hope this is the last time we're doing this. We're hoping that the government is going to prosecute the officers who are involved, and we need true police reforms. They must disband all police hit squads.
But there's a question that much as you guys are on the streets protesting here, there are institutions, there are the courts, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. Why not put these officers to task to get justice for the families?
We can do both. You can be in the streets and you can go to courts. You're in the streets and you're going to go to court.
Yeah. No, there's a case before court.
Many cases, you haven't seen them in court. There's a cover-up. There's no way you can kidnap someone, torture and kill them without direction from the Office of the President, from Bonnet's office, from Nkaiseri. So those guys are scapegoats. Those are low-level officers. You must trace back where the command came from. Someone ordered the killing. Who ordered the killing? Where were they killed? It wasn't that case. This is a cover-up. That's why we're here.
Now, these 3 police officers have been named. Officers. Who else do you want to be brought before?
Ndegwa Muhoho is responsible for the hit squads in this country. And we know that Ndegwa Muhoho should be held accountable.
So quite a lot happening here. Demonstrations again against the killings, the 3 killings, that of the lawyer as well as his client and the taxi driver. So the demonstrators are the number is increasing, the drama and the theatrics increasing as well. And of course, this is possibly a landmark protest that is supposed to ignite the action from the responsible institutions. That's to speak the police service as well as the courts that are handling the cases of extrajudicial killings that are presented before the courts. Back to you in studio.
All right, thank you very much, Murimi, for that update. Murimi, right in the middle of the action where members of the civil society and the Law Society of Kenya, joined by others from other organizations, now marching to